My family, hi, welcome to another one here on Truth and Love the Church with your brother Joseph. So we actually shared a video about, some various servants of God releasing prophecies on who they were claiming that the Lord had told them was going to be the next Pope. And among those people, we also had Brother Brandon, whose video we actually released where he was talking about a vision that he saw, and he was talking about an Asian man. Well, he has actually come out recently. As I'm recording it, he released the video, I believe, an hour ago, and he was explaining what he actually saw and what it meant. So let's get into it. But before that, there is a warning that Pastor Chris actually released concerning the next Pope.
We understand that the cardinals are going to be having their conclave, during which they will be electing a new pope. Now remember, the position of a pope in the Catholic Church is very, very important. So we're going to have to pray specially that God will guide them to bring in a pope that in the next few years, we should be having a real revival of the gospel and the truth in the Catholic Church. It is very important that many around the world who are in the Catholic Church get to know the truth of God's word. And it will take a pope who knows it to be able to transmit it. So we have to really pray that the next leader of the Roman Catholic Church will be someone who truly knows the Lord. That is very important to all of us. Very, very important. We have to pray. You can imagine that those on the leftists, elitists, psychopathic, globalists side would definitely be thinking how to get in on the game.
So then I saw an Asian man that looked like the guy that's from the Philippines. I saw islands, okay? I saw this man in the Pope looking outfit. He looked like a priest. He looked like he had a white thing on his head. He looked like he was, and folks, I have seen a white Pope during the tribulation. But whenever I was looking over and I saw the Pope, who I believe what I was seeing, I'm adding this to it, okay? Of what I believe what I was seeing, okay? I was seeing an Asian man doing something major in the Catholic Church. I do not know if it's the Pope. I assume that's what I was seeing. An Asian man was doing something. So I saw an excitement of change in the Catholic Church that was coming. An anticipation for change. I saw someone, this Asian man, excited about what he was going to be able to do to help out bring a change into the Catholic Church. As he was walking along, I saw a calendar in front of my face that was turning, and I saw summer months go by. Bing, bing. And he was walking out like you see somebody walking out in a vision. He was walking out days, and it was gradually changing as you see summer fade into fall. You see the sun setting many, many times in the vision. I could see the sun going up, going down, coming up, going down, coming up, going down. And you could see that moving, and it's moving like whenever you see something and fast forward on something, and it's a time lapse, and it was going, and it was all moving, and I could see the days and everything moving in front of my face as I see this Asian man walking it out. The more the days went by, a heaviness came on him. And I saw a root with the Catholic Church. A root. I saw a major tree root. It looked like it was coming out of the sky, and there was black all above it with lightning and thunderous claps. Looked like it was a storm. I saw the Vatican, and I saw this root coming in the courtyard of the Vatican, as little tiny roots were all on it like this. But it was a root that went straight down into the Vatican courtyard where the people gather. Okay? Which I thought was interesting. As lightning was striking all above the Vatican. And I saw this root come out of it with black. And it went straight down next to this man. And the Lord told me, and this is going to tick some people off. But I'm going to say what he says. That there has been false doctrine in the Catholic Church. There has been false doctrine in some of the things that have been taught. And because of this, it's not being filtered with a Holy Ghost mindset. It was a reprobate mindset on some of the doctrine. Okay? I have to say what he says. And as this came in, what seemed to be good in trying to change things and have like an excitement of trying to bring a fresh touch to the Catholic Church, to revive it. A reviving of the Catholic Church, a reviving. I saw the heaviness and the demonic that came on Pope Francis transfer to this man. I saw a demonic spirit. It felt like a demonic heaviness of the end times over a period of time transfer. And the Lord said, this man will not be in power very long.
So listening to him, he's actually saying that the Asian man will not be in power for a long time. And we also have a Nigerian prophet. His name is Brother Joshua Gila. He also said that the next pope is going to be there for a short time. And he was saying that we should pray for him.
I want to be very careful of what I say, but the new pope coming on board will be a mystery to the world. When I mean mystery in so many things, whether positive or negative, I leave you to interpret. And we need to pray for the elasticity of the new pope coming. That should not be one of the one that can be very short. I leave that for other food for thought.
So actually, I thought this was very interesting, and I felt, I just had to share that with you, that they are saying actually the same thing. So let's continue with what Brother Brandon was saying.
For another one will rise up behind him. And because of the white man that I saw at tribulation, the Lord said, do you realize, he told me, you realize, Brandon, that this is a 7-year window when tribulation starts. Most people think, well, if he sets in, that means that Brandon's visions are wrong. But because that's what I automatically assumed. I missed it about the white pope. If I'm seeing an Asian pope, if I'm seeing some kind of Asian man, I don't know. Because I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying to filter it myself, what I'm seeing. Timing and when you're seeing what you're seeing. So, as this happened, I saw a period of time where this Asian man would do something big for the Catholic Church. Now, is he the Pope? I assume, but that's just me looking into it. I did not have any kind of clarity of saying this man is the Pope. I didn't see any writing. I just saw him leading and doing things. Okay, so that's automatically me assuming. So. Then it happened for a season, and then I saw another man taking over. But in that time frame, I was allowed to see a glimpse. I saw, like whenever you're looking through a window of your house, you can only see what's in front of that window outside. Okay? You don't see all the way down the street. You just see into that area of what and so I saw a window. And when I saw the window of when this man gets removed, and he's removed or he dies, something happens, but he's removed. I saw it's in a dark time on the earth, a new, like a whole new thinking system, Very scary time in the natural is what it looked like in that window. And what I saw was, it looked like a demonic oppression. It felt the only way I can describe that was what I would assume what the Dark Ages would have felt like. And so that's what the vision was. And so when I'm seeing all that and I'm hearing all the things that I was seeing, hearing and seeing what I was seeing yesterday, it was very interesting. Now, what does that mean? I have no idea. All I know is I'm praying over it. And Diana was here. We all of us were very shocked about it. And like I said, I pled the blood. I was pleading the blood. I took communion. I was like, God, I don't want any confusion. This is very out there for me. So I'm still today. I was still processing it because I'm like, oh no, here I gotta relay this to the people today and tell them, like I always do, what I've seen.
So that was the clarification, my family. And there is a question that is so popular, especially among the Pentecostal believers in quotes. People who actually believe in gifts of the Spirit, speaking in tongues, and all those other things. They have this certain notion that people who are in the Catholic Church are all lost and are not going to heaven. Like that's the thing that we've been seeing, especially in the comments. So we have Prophet Angel actually answering this question. Will Catholics go to heaven? Let's listen. And you tell us what you think in the comments below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. God bless.
Remember. And like I told you, it's not all bad in there. The system may be. Just because you said these are antichrists doesn't mean there are not people in there who are actually doing the right thing.
That's right.
The problem is if heaven belonged to your grandmother, my friend, nobody was going. You make a deal with your grandmother.
At all.
And people will stay.
So you can. I told you of a story how everyone had gone to heaven and the Pentecostals were in this group and they were excited. They said, who are those ones? They said, oh, they're the Pentecostals. And what about those ones? And they saw a war, and this man was told, look over. He looked over and he saw the Roman Catholics. He said, why are the Roman Catholics over there? He said, because we want them to think they're the only ones coming here. Anyway, forget about that. So I'm trying to say, what every church is trying to do is to say, we understand God better. No, revelation is progressive. There was a time the Roman Catholics were translating the Bibles and putting them out there that we now have them.
That's right.
If they were not used by God, they will not be here.
That's right.
And by no means say that excuses them or exempt them from holiness. But revelation is progressive. They are bit by bit, they are going there.